yesterday.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So we just got on the road, 7 o'clock at night. We don't have to be anywhere for 8 hours. So tomorrow is the only day we have to be there, and that's just for a check-in day. So we should be good. Everything's towing fine. First 10 miles, checked all the straps, checked all the bearings, checked everything. Everything looks good. We're gonna get on the road. We got, quite a few hours ahead of us, but it's looking just fine. So we got everything packed in. It's pretty tight. We got a lot of stuff in there, but truck's doing just fine. So we'll keep you updated. All right, so here we are. We got the first 20 miles in the books. We're right at 66665. Good thing we got that extra 6 in there. Anyways, we're at the front axle of the weigh station, and we're at 4,500, maybe 4,580. Let's get it to the back axle here. 8320 on the back axle. 7380 on the trailer. And then I'll give you a total in just 1 sec. Okay, so we did the math. We're over by 240 pounds, which my wife is not happy with, but at the same time, this truck is rated for 20,000 pounds. And I think considering everything that we brought, gas, food, all the extras, that's pretty damn good. And this thing's towing great. So we were doing 60, 55 on the freeway, just kind of feeling it out, getting up to speed nice and slow. And honestly, I could not be happier. So we're gonna motor on down the road. That's the first 20 in the books, so off we go. It is pouring outside, as you can see. But everything's great. So came in, checked on everything. All the straps are still just as tight as they were. The football is still good. We're still separating the two. So we're just gonna get back on the road. So we're at, I think we're at 60 miles now. So we're just making pretty good time. Just dodging idiots on the road, as usual. There we are. So we put in about 100 miles so far. I stopped at this local AutoZone, which just so happened to have the LSA injector O-rings that I needed. So if the boost issue isn't fixed, we'll throw these in there, and hopefully if the injectors were leaking at the intake side, that it will fix it. Time will tell. So I'm gonna check on everything. If everything's good, we're just gonna get back on the road. Okay, so just a quick update. We just stopped and bought the injectors, and then I checked on everything in the trailer, and come to find out one of the straps had actually come undone in the front right of the car. I was only popping my head into the trailer and looking at the left side, figuring if they're tight, everything else is tight. Come to find out that was not the case. So we tightened up the front right and then checked on everything else. Everything else is all right. We do have a small issue with the camper, unrelated. Obviously, we have a small leak coming out of the ceiling. So my father-in-law doesn't use this too often in the winter time. It's really kind of a summer camper, and he kind of puts it in a big covered enclosure when he's not using it. Sorry, just moving lanes here. And with that, some of the seals are probably a little bit dry. So we are 80 miles from our start. We're looking good otherwise, and we're just gonna get back on the road. Okay, so here we are, end of the night. We drove about 6 hours, I think probably 250 miles total. We stopped quite a few times checking on things. With all the new straps and everything in there kind of tight, I wanted to make sure that there wasn't any issues and nothing was banging against it, other things. Pretty tired. It's 1 in the morning, so I'm gonna hit the hay and pick it up tomorrow morning and probably get to In and Out and then Reading and get this thing unloaded and see what we see. So catch with you tomorrow. Good morning. So we got some sleep last night. I think we got maybe like 7, maybe 8 hours of sleep, depending on who you're talking to. We had one small issue. So actually we had 2 small issues. So another strap came loose, but the opposite side on the Nova. So I put clicks on all of them. And then the other problem was, and this is a bigger problem, the roof is leaking in the camper. It's only in one spot so far, but I think on the freeway what's happening with all the wind pressure is kind of forcing it down into the crack, and it's just dripping on the table. So the boy had to sleep with us last night in the bed. Not a big deal, but he likes to toss and turn, as we all do. So we have about 30 minutes to get to Walmart so we can stock up. We're gonna stop and get some diesel, and then we're gonna hit the road. So we got a 6-hour drive today, and hopefully everything goes fine. We got you on time lapse, and then I can throw a picture in here of what the water looks like on the kitchen table. So muffin in hand, off we go. Stopped here at Costco so we get the supplies and stuff that we need, and I checked on everything, and the car was fine, but this football, oof, seen better days. So basically The car has been shifting back a little bit. The trailer hasn't moved, but the car has been coming backwards. So what I do is I loosen these straps and I just pulled it forward and then tighten these. So this came right out, even though before I could barely even get it in there. So we're in better shape. So I'm gonna jam that guy back in, back on the road. We have finally got to our destination. Oh, there's a family here. In and out, you have to stop. If you have the chance, you have to stop. You gotta get a double with cheese. You gotta get fries, and if you have the space, you should get a shake as well. They're very excited. We're gonna get in there, we're gonna eat. I'll get you a little overview of what it looks like. If you never tried it, you have to eat them immediately. If you don't eat them immediately, the cheese like kind of sets up, it's not melted anymore, and it's just not as good. Once you get that thing, just smash it right in your face. Anyways, we're gonna get to it. I'm starving. All right, we're in Medford, so we just rolled in. I think we've been driving all day for sure. Just stopped, checked on everything. Everything's fine as usual. So getting back on the road, nothing else to do. So we're entering Ashland and we got the first sunshine so far of the trip. Absolutely gorgeous out here. Still got probably 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 20 minutes left, but nice to see some sunshine finally. All right, we just got to the Siskiyou Mountain Summit, 4,310 feet. Gonna pull over and let this thing cool off a little bit because we were hitting it pretty hard coming up that pass.
Sorry, but quick update. Some dude was just naked getting into a truck.
Oh, okay.
Like butt naked. Did you see it? I mean, I only saw his butt. That was weird.
Hard pass. All right, so here we are. We have 120 miles left to go. This is the official Welcome to California stop. And even though the sign says Welcome to California, there's never really a good welcome like, hey, do you have any fruits or vegetables question. That's the real welcome. Luckily we don't. So we just came down out of the pass. Truck's doing great. Now we are at a Vista viewpoint. Right there, Mount Shasta in the background. Elevation 2660. Looking real nice out here. Nice little leg stretch. And we'll get back on the road. Couldn't be happier with that Dodge though. Doing pretty good. First diesel I've ever owned or driven for a long time. So very impressed with its performance.
That's what she said. Nasty lot lizard.
Pulling in 9 o'clock. We left at 10 this morning from Eugene, Oregon, I believe. So definitely a lot of driving, a lot of stopping, a lot of checking. Low on gas, low on energy. We're gonna get parked up for the night and catch up in the morning. Well, good morning, everyone. So it's around 7 in the morning. Tech's at 8, so we gotta get everything out and get it loaded, get it ready, get myself ready. There's there's a lot to do this morning. They started working on the track at 6 a.m., which was great. I know there was some rain and some stuff on it yesterday, so they probably have a lot of work to do, so that was great. Got muffin in hand, got some coffee. Gonna get you on time lapse if I can get this thing unloaded, and then we'll move on to the next step. I have a couple things to do. I need to bleed the front brakes, just because I haven't done it in a little while, and I want to make sure that, you know, safety stuff's all taken care of first. I need to set the TPS, and I need to take this thing out and drive it and just see if the boost is fixed. And if not, then we may have to start, you know, doing this or that. So one thing at a time. Let's get it done. Give everybody a quick walk over the track. Airport on this side. There's the tower, drag strip. And we got somebody on the lanes. Well, Wilson fared okay. I think he'll survive another trip, but maybe not more than one whole trip. All right, good morning. Here we go. So we got the car out. It's almost warmed up. We're just leaving the track so we can go do a little test run. Riding drag strip. Cross our fingers that everything works like it should. Not gonna have any issues. All right, here we go. Yes! Yes! Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh my God. No better news could be received. Damn. So I saw up to 15 pounds. So I need to data log this. And of course, I forgot my laptop. But that's all right. We'll do it on the first run. Yes! Finally. All right, we'll get in tech and then I'll come back with you. But this is great news. All right, the party's already started. So as you saw, boost issue fixed. Could not be happier. That is such a big win. I can't even describe how happy that makes me. So basically, we're gonna get teched in. We're gonna change over to the drag setup. And then, so it's 8 o'clock now, 10 o'clock the racing starts. So we have a couple hours to just kind of finalize everything. I need to get into the tune and adjust my two-step and stuff because I've never actually even used it. And small things, some safeties. But otherwise, we're in good order. So we'll close this out, and I'll see you today, later, once the racing starts, and we'll pick up from there. Thanks for watching.